key and highly critical Israeli airbases, hosting strategic fleet of F-35, F-16, F-15, apaches, drones and tankers. Strike by Iran? Absolutely possible, even with ease. Nevatim Air Base. It is a military airbase located 20 kilometers southeast of Beersheba in the southern district of Israel. It is one of the largest in the Israel Air Force and has 3 runways of varying lengths. In addition to 3 squadrons of F-35 fighter jets, transport aircrafts, tanker aircrafts and so-called conformal airborne early warning, CAW or AWACS, aircrafts are stationed there. Since December 2016, new F-35 fighter jets have been stationed at Nevatim, which Israel is buying from the US-made Lockheed Martin consortium and modifying to meet its needs. The Israeli Defense Ministry has confirmed that a total of 75 of these stealth jets have been ordered and 36 have been delivered so far, representing 3 squadrons. In the satellite photos, you can clearly see Hercules C-130S and Boeing 707 fuel tankers, which are stationed in large numbers. Further, shelter-like structures can be seen in the east and west of the base, where F-35s are most likely stationed. This base also has a strategic underground command control. It is believed that Iraq has been attacked from here on several occasions in the past few years. It is not unlikely that the attack on the Iraqi-Syrian border against Iranian fuel tankers was carried out by the fighters stationed at this base. In any case, the pilots are kept continuously in a state of training for possible future attacks. Furthermore, 2 Iranian drones were shot down by F-35 fighters stationed in this base more than a year ago, after having penetrated the Israeli airspace. This base is one of those critical points in Israel that strongly requires a preemptive attack by Iran's missiles and drones, in case of an imminent attack by Israel. Such a preemptive attack can severely damage the offensive capabilities of Israelis. Most of the Israeli strategic air power is concentrated here. This base has virtually no passive defense and an easy target for Iranian drones, cruise and ballistic missiles. It's highly likely that Nevatim base will become one of the first targets for a major Iranian retaliatory attack. Ramon Air Base. It is located in the southern district of Israel in the Negev Desert northwest of the village of Mitzpe Ramon, about 17 kilometers from the Egyptian border. It has 2 runways, 2,700 and 3,010 meters long. Currently, 2 squadrons of H-64AD Apache attack helicopters are stationed at the airbase in addition to the 3 squadrons of F-16s. The military airfield, together with Nevatim and Ovda airfields, was built between 1979 and 1982 by U.S. companies to replace the Idam, Etzion, Ophira and Rephidim bases in the Sinai Peninsula, which were abandoned after the Camp David Accords. It is also a base for spying and collecting intelligence from a major part of the region. Therefore, intelligence units are stationed there and are very active. The personnel of the base can be estimated to be more than 2,000 people according to the existing extensive infrastructure. Hence, a fatal blow to the professional manpower can be imagined in the event of a major attack. Many attacks on the Gaza Strip took place from here. Part of the site's energy is provided by solar energy. In the south of the base, numerous ammunition warehouses can be seen. This base, like other bases, is completely devoid of any passive defense and highly vulnerable to a spectrum of threats. Attacking Ramon will surely remove a significant part of the Israeli offensive power from the operational circuit and will be a serious blow. Ramon Air Base is undoubtedly at the top of the list of Iran's main targets in Israel. Palmakim Air Base. It consists of a military airfield and a rocket launch site jointly operated by the Air Force and the Israel Space Agency. The airfield and rocket launch site are located directly on the Mediterranean Sea, south of Kibbutz Palmakim. About 12 kilometers to the north, the Tel Aviv-Jaffa metropolitan area begins. The airfield has one longer and one shorter runway. It was established in the 1970s, and the site was initially used to test missiles and shells fired towards the sea. Later, a helicopter base was added, and in 2021, 2 squadrons of UH-60 Black Hawk were stationed there. From the mid-1990s, testing and introduction of the Heron 1 drone began, shortly followed by the Elbit Hermes 450 and finally, from 2009, by its successor Hermes 900, each with its own squadrons, as can be seen in the satellite photos. As previously mentioned, Palmakim Base is also used to launch the Shavit space launch vehicle into orbit by launching over the Mediterranean, acting as Israel's primary spaceport. The launch of the Ofek-1 satellite from Palmakim on September 19, 1988 marked the beginning of space travel for Israel. A newer version of the satellite was first launched on September 13, 2016 as Ofek-11. On July 6, 2020, Ofek-16, an Israeli electro-optical reconnaissance satellite, was launched from Palmakim Air Base by a Shavit 2 launch vehicle and deployed into low Earth orbit. Shortly after launch, Ofek-16 began orbiting Earth and transmitting data. Ofek-16 is equipped with an improved version of Jupiter Space Camera of Elbit Systems. It has high spectral resolution of up to 50 centimeters from a height of 600 kilometers. It can photograph 15 square kilometers in a single shot. With Ofek-16, Israel can observe the whole Middle East and other regions with great precision. The nuclear-tipped Jericho missiles have also been tested here, although there are no official statements on this. On January 17, 2008, Israel tested a multi-stage ballistic missile here that is believed to have been a Jericho 3 missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads a few thousand kilometers. On November 2, 2011, Israel again successfully tested what is believed to be an improved version of the Jericho 3, whose long column of smoke could be seen throughout central Israel. Due to Israel's geographic location and hostile relations with neighboring countries, the missiles launch westward over the Mediterranean Sea. This ensures that rocket debris falls into water and not over regional neighboring countries near Israel that could use the technology. Directly east of the airfield, the Sorek Nuclear Research Center has been standing since 1960 and houses a research reactor, a cyclotron, and a linear accelerator on its premises. The Sorek Nuclear Research Center has been responsible for nuclear weapons research and design. Some of the Institute's research facilities include a 5 MW pool-type light water nuclear reactor supplied in the late 1950s from the United States under the Atoms for Peace program, and a 10 MeV proton cyclotron accelerator, as well as extensive laboratory and testing facilities. There are of course many other air bases, such as Tel Naf, Ovda, Ein Shemer, Hatzerim, Hatza and others, which I will not discuss here, but which are certainly targets of subsequent waves of attacks by Iran or its regional allies. It is highly unlikely that these bases, most of them, even don't, or have only a limited number of air defenses as well as nearly total lack of passive defense, would survive in any major conflicts. By contrast, the Iranians have moved their fighter jets, even though they have very old aircrafts, under the mountains, using them as weapon carriers for standoff munitions, and have established an extensive network of missile cities deep under the mountains and in hard-to-reach regions, increasing the survivability of their strategic military assets in any future conflict. Israel clearly relies too much on its air forces, which are likely to be diminished if Iran conducts a large-scale ballistic missile attack. Therefore, it is quite obvious that the Israelis need the American support, and especially the direct involvement of the Americans very much. However, it should be emphasized that Israel's trump card is its nuclear arsenal. Thanks for watching and see you next time.